Hello, caimans and stingrays. We are continuing our month of September with suicide education to celebrate National Suicide Prevention Month. My name is Ms. Hughes. I am the counselor at Classical Academy High School.
What up, Caimans? It's Mr. Charles. I am the school counselor over at the PLC in Escondido, and excited to be here.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Novello. I am the school counselor at Coastal Academy High School, and today we're going to be showing you a video, and in just a second Mr. Charles is going to give you some more information on that video. But before we get started, I do want to give a trigger warning. Again, as Miss Hughes said, this is National Suicide Prevention Month, and so we are spending this month educating, encouraging, and really discussing some of the different pieces of suicide prevention and awareness. And so as we watch this video, as we talk today, we would like you to know that if this is not a conversation you can have right now, or if this is not a video you can watch, please don't. If it's not for you in this moment, that is absolutely okay. If this is something that would be better suited for you to watch with a safe adult or talk about with friends after, or reach out to a school counselor after watching, we would really encourage you to do so. We just really want you to be able to step into watching this knowing that it might contain some triggering information for some, and so please take care of yourself.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jess. So basically, in 3 days, it'll be actually 20 years since Kevin Hines jumped from the Golden Gate Bridge. And this is a monumental place that people go and from all over the world will travel and see. And we're going to see something. We're going to feel something. We're getting these experiences when we go see the Golden Gate Bridge. But that day when Kevin was walking on the bridge, he didn't feel seen. And actually, he didn't feel anything. He wasn't feeling anything. And thousands, hundreds of people walked by him that day. And one person stopped and asked him to take a picture. But no one asked him who he was, how he was, or what was going on. And so as you watch this video, I know it's definitely going to trigger some things. It's going to, you'll ask yourself questions. But the biggest question I want you to ask yourself is, am I asking someone how they're doing? Am I seeing people? Am I actually seeing people? We have social media. We see things on social media, but do we actually believe them? Do the pictures that we post on our Instagram, are they real? And so I want you guys to actually ask yourself, are you being intentional in your relationships? And even the people that you don't know, the people you walk by every day, or right now we're actually not even able to walk by. This is a video that I hope triggers you to make a change in your own self, in your own lives, and the people around you. So Laura, if you can start the video.
We have lost far too many lives traveling the path to this day. Since 1937, over 2,000 people have died at the Golden Gate Bridge. I feel lucky to be alive every single day. Of the thousands that have died off the Golden Gate Bridge, I am of the 1% who have survived. So I was born on drugs and premature. And then I bounced around from home to home. Nobody wanted to keep me because I was sick. And I got lucky. I landed in the home of Patrick and Deborah Hines. I had a great childhood. I thought growing up that everything's going to be great. And then at 17, it all came crashing down. If you can imagine feeling that everyone around you is out to get you, trying to hurt you, and trying to kill you. And you believe that to be the truth. From the extreme paranoia, I exhibited symptoms of mania. From the mania came the hallucinations, both auditory and visual. And so with that and the bipolar disorder, I just was spiraling out of control. I vividly remember writing my suicide note. And people don't get it. Like, I thought I was a burden to everyone who loved me, because that's what my brain told me, because that's how powerful your brain is. I got off the bus. I walked slowly down the walkway of the Golden Gate Bridge. People rode by me, drove by me, walked by me, and a woman approached me. And she said, "Will you take my picture?" She said thanks and she walked away. It was that moment I just said, nobody cares. The reality was that everybody cared. I just couldn't see it. I ran forward and using my two hands, I catapulted myself into free fall. What I'm about to say is the exact same thing that 19 Golden Gate Bridge jump survivors have also said. The millisecond my hands left the rail, it was an instant regret. And I remember thinking, no one's gonna know that I didn't want to die. In 4 seconds, I fell 75 miles an hour, 25 stories, and I hit the water. I was in the most physical pain I had ever experienced. I have ever experienced. The Coast Guard was amazing. He was just so freaked out that I was alive that he just dove in and brought me on board. The guy said, "Do you know how many people we pull out of this water that are already dead?" And I said, "No, and I don't want to know." The guy put his hand on my forehead and said, "Kid, you're a miracle." My father took one step into the hospital room, and I looked up at him and I said, "Dad, I'm sorry." And he said, "No, Kevin, I'm sorry." And if you think about it, both of our immediate reactions were guilt. Guilt that didn't belong to either of us. And even though I didn't die, I caused people a great deal of grief and pain. Just the day of my attempt still sits within them today. I asked my father if he still feared my death by suicide. He said every time the phone goes off, his first inclination is Kevin alive. I had that impact on my dad. So after the jump, the road to recovery was pretty long. I had 7 psych ward stays in the next 11 years. I still have all the symptoms I ever had. Mania, depression, psychosis, hallucinations, all that's still there. I just know how to cope with it and I know how to beat it. I built a support network over these years of treatment so that I wouldn't be fighting this alone. So it's okay not to be okay. It's not okay not to ask for someone to back you up. To the families who live with the loss or losses of loved ones, they didn't do that to hurt you or destroy your life. They took their lives because they were struggling and in a great deal of emotional and mental pain. Suicide, mental illness, and addiction are the only diseases that we blame the person for perpetually. But people die from suicide just like they die from any other organ diseased. Today, no matter the pain I'm in, no matter the struggles I experience, I do believe that life is the greatest gift we've ever been given. And if you're suffering mentally, don't wait like I did, sitting in denial for so long. Because recovery happens. Living proof.
What an amazing story that Kevin has to share with us. And I love his message. It's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to not ask for help. And Cayman Stingrays, you have so much support surrounding you, so many trusted adults that you can go speak to. So you are as well lucky. So again, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not feel the best, but please reach out and talk to somebody if you're feeling any kind of way that's unsettling or doesn't feel right for you. So I also want to mention again the resources for you that are 24 hours. So if you can't or don't feel comfortable connecting with someone that you know on campus, there's the National Suicide Prevention Line at 1-800-273-8255, and that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That connects you with a crisis counselor. Some of us don't like to talk to a person on the phone, so there's a text line as well, crisis text line. Text any word to 741-741, and again, you'll be connected to a crisis counselor 24 hours a day. If you know somebody who may need support, I love that we have the Say Something, See Something, Say Something app at each of our campuses, where you could report anonymously, maybe if a friend is you know, showing you some warning signs or saying some things that are just, you feel unsafe for you. So you can use that app to report anonymously, and a crisis counselor will be connected to you as well, 24/7. So lots of great resources out for you. Next week, Mr. Charles is going to be talking about kind of diving into living with hope. And so we really encourage you guys to check out next week's Wellness Wednesday video. It's going to be great. And just kind of like close in and wrap up our education discussions about suicide prevention. So again, Caimans, Stingrays, we love you. We want nothing but the best for you, and there's someone here to listen. Right. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.